Think about yourself living life on your terms. No waking up to a dreaded alarm clock. No more working for a paycheck, and best of all, no more boss. Sounds like a dream, right? Yet this is exactly what the FIRE method is all about. The FIRE method stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. If you've ever thought about retiring early, ditching the 9-to-5 grind and living a life of financial freedom, then buckle up. What if instead of waiting until you're 65 or older to finally live life on your own terms, you could take control of your time and finances in your 30s, 40s, or even earlier? That's the dream behind the FIRE method. It's a bold, exciting approach to wealth building that doesn't just focus on saving money, but on making your money work for you. Whether you're looking to retire in 10 years or in 5, we've got you covered. Stick with us to find out how you can start planning for your ultimate freedom. The FIRE method explained. The idea of retiring early has fascinated many people for years, in a world where financial freedom and independence are often synonymous with the ultimate goals of life. But how does one retire early? How do people accumulate the wealth to live without working for 30-plus years? As I mentioned earlier, the FIRE method stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And no, it's not some get-rich-quick scheme. This is all about discipline, planning, and making your money work for you. The goal of FIRE is simple. You want to build enough wealth so that you no longer need a paycheck to cover your living expenses. Instead of waiting until you're in your 60s or 70s to retire, with FIRE you're aiming to retire as early as your 30s, 40s, or even 50s. Some people have even reached FIRE in their 20s. And the best part, you get to choose how to spend your time. Whether that's on traveling the world, focusing on your passion, or just chilling on the beach with a book. Total freedom. The core principles of FIRE. Step 1. Live below your means. FIRE isn't about being super frugal in a way that makes life miserable. Instead, it's about making conscious choices. Think of it as the pay-yourself-first mentality, putting money aside for your future before you spend it on things that don't really add value to your life. You don't need to sacrifice everything you love, but maybe skip that extra latte every morning, or reconsider that impulse buy that you'll forget about in a few weeks. Little things add up. Step 2. Save and invest aggressively. If you want to retire early, you've got to focus on saving at least 50% and ideally 70% of your income. Sounds intense, right? But think about it like this. The more you save now, the sooner you can achieve financial independence. And the key to FIRE isn't just saving. It's about putting that money into investments that will grow over time. Invest in things like index funds, real estate, or stocks that generate passive income. The goal is to make your money work for you. Step 3. Financial Independence, FI. Financial independence is the golden ticket. You want to reach a point where your investments generate enough passive income to cover your expenses. That way you don't need to work anymore unless you want to. The key number here is 25 times. It means you need 25 times your annual expenses saved up to reach financial independence. So if you spend $40,000 a year, you need $1 million in investments to retire. But don't worry, you don't have to hit the $1 million mark overnight. The FIRE method is all about strategic long-term planning. Step 4. Invest wisely. Time is one of the most powerful tools in the FIRE method. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow and compound. Investment strategies for FIRE. There are some strategies you need to effectively maximize the FIRE method, some of which we've already made videos on. These strategies include, and are not limited to, index funds and ETFs, dividend stocks, real estate investments, tax-advantaged accounts, rebalance regularly. Steps to retire early with the FIRE method. All right, now that you know what FIRE is and the core principles, let's talk about how to actually make it happen. How do you get from where you are today to living the FIRE life? Here's a step-by-step guide for you. Step 1. Calculate your FIRE number. First things first, let's talk about your FIRE number. This is the amount of money you need to retire early and live comfortably. A common rule of thumb is to take your annual expenses and multiply them by 25. Let me show you an example. So if you spend $40,000 a year, your FIRE number would be $1 million. But here's the thing. Everyone's FIRE number is different. It depends on how much you spend, how much you save, and how aggressive your investments are. The sooner you calculate your FIRE number, the more clearly you can set goals and stay focused on reaching that target. Step 2. Cut your expenses. Now comes the part that might feel a little tough. Cutting your expenses. Yet it doesn't have to be painful. Think of it this way. Every dollar you save now is a step closer to living the life you want. Start by looking at big expenses like housing and transportation. Can you downsize your living situation or find a more affordable car? Maybe cook at home more often and skip the takeout. The goal isn't to deprive yourself, but to make smarter decisions that align with your long-term vision. Step 3. Increase your income. Now, saving is important, but you can only cut expenses so much. To really speed up your journey to FIRE, you've got to focus on increasing your income. Maybe you pick up a side hustle, ask for a raise, or start a small business. Imagine what would happen if you boosted your income by even just $500 a month. Over the long term, that can add up to tens of thousands of dollars you can invest and grow. Step 4. Invest like a pro. This is where the magic happens. You don't want to just stash your savings in a savings account and hope it grows. Instead, invest in things like index funds, real estate, or stocks that provide dividends. Let your money work for you. The more consistently you invest, the more your wealth will compound over time, and the sooner you can retire. Step 5. Build a sustainable withdrawal strategy, the 4% rule. So you've saved, you've invested, and now you've hit your FIRE number. But how do you actually access that money once you retire? That's where a solid withdrawal strategy comes in. The 4% rule is one of the most popular strategies. It suggests that you can withdraw 4% of your total investments every year. So if your FIRE number is $1 million, you can safely withdraw $40,000 a year to cover your expenses. Overcoming challenges and staying motivated. Let's be real. The FIRE method isn't all sunshine and rainbows. There will be challenges along the way. Maybe you face a market downturn, or life throws some unexpected expenses your way. But remember, FIRE is a marathon, not a sprint. You've got this. Stay motivated by keeping your long-term goals in mind. Every step you take gets you closer to living life on your terms. Step 6. Plan for healthcare. Step 7. Adjust your lifestyle and mindset. FIRE isn't just about quitting your job, it's about living on your own terms. As you approach your goal, focus on how you want to spend your time. While it's important to stay focused on your financial goals, don't forget to enjoy the journey. Celebrate small wins along the way and be mindful of your mental and emotional well-being. Alright, that's a wrap on everything you need to know about the FIRE method. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Do share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Thanks for watching!